In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make tons of MT right now in Season 6 and NBA 2K25 Myteam, giving you guys all of the best methods, all of the best ways to be making MT right now in this game. So the first method I want to talk about is a very simple method, and that's going to be by playing the new out of time domination. And this domination gives you a ton of MT. Yes, it's a long grind, but I do think it's worth it for how much MT you guys can make. From this singular domination, you can make 175,000 MT plus just by playing the 33 games of this new domination. And how it works is, and how you make that much MT is, for example, for each division, you are going to be getting 12,500 MT, and there is a total of course, 6 divisions in the NBA. So that is going to be 75,000 MT for playing these first 30 games. Really easy to do. And then also in each game, you're going to be getting 2,500 MT. So we're going to times that by 30. That is going to be another 75K. And what I mean is by like each game you play, if you win, you get a total amount of MT for, winning a game. And usually that's around 2,500 if you're winning the game. So that's another 75K. So for the first 30 games of domination, if you complete all of the divisions, if you complete every game, that is going to be 150K. Now, what you're also going to get is you're going to be getting these badge packs, you're going to be getting these diamond shoes, and then also you're going to be getting Hall of Fame badges, legend badges, and also these last 3 games, which is another 2,500 times 3, because you get, again, 2,500 per game, times that by 3. That is another 7,500. So like in total, it's a rough estimate of around 175K that you guys can get just by playing domination. So if you guys are wanting to grind the game, maybe that's more of your go-to, you like playing the game, you like playing offline to make your MT, domination is definitely the best way to go. Now, maybe if you don't want to play domination, if you're not really too big into playing offline grinds, I would say online showdown is really good for playing for MT right now. Not necessarily because of the weekly rewards, not necessarily because of the 15, 16, 120 win rewards, is because of the fact there is a new showdown door game going on right now. Now, granted, there's only 2 days left in the kind of event for this showdown door game, but as you guys can see, it says earn a door game mini game after each showdown win until April 11th. And I've seen from people screenshots on Twitter, I've heard from people on Twitter that some people are getting like 25,000 MT as a prize after the win. People are getting MT amounts after each win. So I do think Showdown, if you guys are wanting to play online, is a really good game mode to do. If you want to play offline, I think Domination is one of the best ways to make MT. And I'd recommend everybody that's okay with playing Domination, that's okay with playing offline grinding, definitely get into Domination, playing the new out of time Dom. But if you're wanting to play online, maybe you don't like playing offline, I do think if you want to play online, Showdown is a really good game mode to be grinding right now because of this new Showdown door game. And I've seen people get obviously really good prizes. I've seen somebody get this 100 overall Chris Webber for completely free. I've seen people get those packs. I've seen people get the legend badges. I've seen people get 25,000 MT as a prize after a game. So Showdown is a really good game mode to be grinding right now until April 11th if we're talking about making MT. Now, to go towards maybe more of like the auction house and kind of how to make MT that way, I do think sniping is a really good way to make MT in the game, especially because dark matters are not a buy now price. And this is only if you have 100,000 MT. So you kind of need 100,000 MT to work with, but you can sit on this dark matter filter and probably not a lot's going to pop up. It's going to take forever to actually see a snipe, but you have a chance to make some MT this way because dark matters are close to that buy now price. Maybe you don't want to snipe a Jeremy Lin. Maybe you don't want to snipe a Ray Allen. Those cards are like 100,000 MT, but they might still be like small snipes because they aren't buy now. So this is just one of these sniping filters that you guys can use by just setting the color to dark matter, selling the minimum buyout to 500. And if you just keep searching and searching and searching, you're going to have a chance to find a dark matter snipe. Maybe that could be dark matter LeBron. Maybe that could be dark matter Giannis. Maybe that could be dark matter D-Rob. Maybe that could be dark matter Bull. It can be any dark matter in this game if somebody does put them up for a 100,000 MT snipe. And like I said, just remember you need 100,000 MT to do this, unless somebody could post it for 2,000 MT, or somebody could post their dark matter LeBron for 500 MT accidentally, or whatever's happening, for people to put up a snipe. So again, it's a longer filter. You probably have to sit here for like 5 to 6 hours and you might not even get anything. So I personally don't like sniping. I just think it's very boring and it's not my kind of style of playing 2K, but I know a lot of people out there do like sniping, and I think the dark matter filter is a really good one as of right now. There's always like the Galaxy Opal filter. I don't think it's really as good as the dark matter, but I do think what you can do is you can do it by the promo set. And I think this is a really good way to make MT is by going by the theme. So for example, if you go over to the fan favorite set, and let's say you want to be sniping fan favorite Galaxy Opals, right? So what you can see is what is the cheapest fan favorite Galaxy Opal card. You can search on the auction house, and I would assume it's probably Antoine Jameson would be the cheapest, and he's like 50-ish K, I do think, because Bronny's just obviously more hyped, you know, of a card. So Antoine Jameson right here is 43,000 MT. So what you guys could do is you could buy Antoine Jameson and then you can enable this filter so you're not going to see any Antoine Jamesons. Or what you could do is you could put your filter for like 37,000, right? Obviously, because you have to make sure that you're going to be getting, you know, MT profit after tax. So you can figure out what's the 10% tax if you were to sell your Antoine Jameson for like 44K, you know, how much MT you're going to make after the tax. And what you can do again is just sit on a filter like this, right? See what snipes you can get. You can do this for the dark matter filter, but it's pretty much the exact same thing. You know, it's a pretty much the exact same thing as the normal dark matter filter, but this is another good way to make MT sniping. Again, it's not my forte. It's not stuff that I personally enjoy, but it is a way I know that a lot of people make MT from. But I did just want to recommend it to you guys in case you do like sniping. You know, maybe put a show on the background, put a movie on, do some sniping, so you can get some good snipes. Because if you see a Dino Raja, if you see a Manute Bull, if you see a Bronny James, you're going to be making a lot of MT, probably double your profit on most of those cards. So I do think the Galaxy Opal fan favorite set is a really good sniping filter, but that's pretty much it for sniping. I'm sure there's some more filters out there, but I'd say those are like the two main ones that I would be focusing on. And then for the last couple ones to talk about, it's very simple stuff, and I made a separate video talking about this. But right now, if you go over to your challenges screen, if you go to the season 6 challenges, and if you do go to the flash tab, as you guys can see, there are going to be 4 challenges here that you do have to get: a win a game using 13 Knicks players, win a game using 13 Clippers players, win a game using 13 Spurs players, and win a game using 13 Lakers players. So what that causes is those players on the auction house to go up quite a bit in price, and they might not be as expensive right now just because the challenges have been out for a day. But let's just go see what's the cheapest Clipper on the auction house. Obviously it's way less than 6,000. It's probably like 3 to 4K, maybe a little bit cheaper. So there's no Clippers up for 3,000 MT. So if you guys go check your collection, and if you guys have any Clipper cards, you can sell them for 3,000 plus MT, right? And you can do the same thing for the Lakers, right? Or the Knicks, right? For these specific teams, you know, the Knicks do seem to be a lot cheaper, but I think the Lakers should be more expensive, would be my guess. I guess they're not, but they're about 3,000 MT. So if you have any Lakers, if you have any Clippers, Spurs, and Knicks, I think I got all 4 teams right there. Yeah, all 4 teams. Make sure you guys are going to your collection. You can search by you can search by the player tab here. You can search by the team and see, right, do you have any Clippers? I don't. Search to see if you have any Knicks, right? I think I have a couple, but none sellable on this account. I did sell a couple of my Lakers cards that I had auctionable on the No Money Spent. So you can go ahead and you can do that. And yeah, so that's pretty much another really good way to make MT, is by checking your collection each Tuesday to see, you know, what kind of challenges there are available for people to complete. And this week, this past Tuesday, yesterday, it was for the Knicks, the Clippers, the Spurs, and the Lakers. So make sure you guys are checking your collection for those players and, you know, selling them to try to make as much MT as possible. And then the last thing to talk about, again, is very simple, but honestly, it's just going through your collection and selling all of the clutter. For example, you know, you would never think to really sell Gold Paint Prodigy, but this badge, I mean, it's probably going to go for like a 900 to 1,000 MT, and that's MT I just had sitting in my collection that I had absolutely no idea. So what I can do is I can go over to Paint Prodigy, and I can sell this badge for 950. That's 950 MT I did not have 2 seconds ago, and I am very lazy with doing this. Like, I don't go through and I sell all my badges, but you can see right now badges are kind of back up in price. This one I could probably sell for 450, right? Go on the auction house, right, scroll over to Post Up Poet and sell it for 450 MT. And basically what kind of this tip and, you know, trick this is just going through and selling all of the clutter that you guys have in your collection, because it does add up. It might seem like small amounts of MT, right? This is only another 400, 450, and it seems like very small amounts, but I'm telling you guys, if you do this enough with everything in your collection, it really does start to add up. Selling badges, selling jerseys, for example, right? If you go to the historic franchise, you know, maybe you got this Bucks jersey, right? I just entered my auction house, but you can see it sells for 1,700. But maybe that jersey is going to sell for 1,000 MT. And that's 1,000 MT that I didn't know I had in my collection. And again, it's just stuff like that. It's going to add up to make you 10, 15, 20, 25, 100K. Like, it really adds up over time. You can even check your takeovers. I think they're still very cheap because of the whole Bracket Busters Festival that did drop takeovers price. So takeovers might not sell for as much right now, but badges are really good to be selling right now. Even coach cards sometimes, like some of these coach cards do occasionally go for a bit. Like Mike Budenholzer here, he's like 1,500 MT. So again, go over to your auction house. I can sell Budenholzer for 1,500, and if they don't sell, just keep relisting them for whatever the cheapest price is. So I can go ahead and I can get another 1,500 MT right there. Again, it might not sell really quick, But again, it's just easy way to make MT by going through your collection and selling all the clutter that you guys didn't know you had, because I got to do this on my spent account because I haven't been doing it, and I probably have quite a bit of MT just sitting in here. And yeah, I think it's a really smart way to do this, you know, sell, like, see if you can sell your Bucks jersey, right? This silver Bucks jersey goes for 1,000 MT. That's another 1,000 MT I just made. Maybe I'll sell it for like 900, right? Just to kind of undercut it a little bit and make sure always lower than what the, you know, lowest price is on the auction house. I mean, right here, I probably have like, what, 3,000 to 5,000 MT, maybe like, yeah, 3,000-4,000 MT right here that I didn't know I have. And you guys can do this on a larger scale and make a lot of MT. So hopefully you guys did find this video helpful. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know if there's any other, you know, MT making methods that you guys have been currently doing that you guys think are really good. But let me know if you guys have any questions about anything I talked about. I can answer your guys' questions down below in the YouTube comment section. But like I said earlier, really hope you guys did find this video helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.